There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Intelligence is the foundation of any good business. But if every good business has it, how do you stand out? Intuition. When enabled by technology, intuition stops feeling like a hunch and starts looking like confidence. The confidence you get when you work with Cognizant, where we engineer every aspect of your business, technology, processes, and experiences to anticipate expectations and act instantly. This is intuition, and we can engineer it.
In this constantly changing world where businesses move at a rapid pace, Innodata solves the toughest challenges in any industry through human expertise and the power of technology. We are a community that thrives on a culture of collaboration, ideation, and innovation. And we want you to be part of our family. Your journey towards a meaningful and thriving career begins with us. Be part of the Inno community. We are Innodata.
Good morning! Magandang umaga and happy morning, everybody. Welcome to jobs180.com/2023 Marketing Me Live with St. Michael's College of Laguna. Today, we will be joined by speakers from Jobs180.com, Makati Medical Center, Inspiro, and VXI. But before we start the program, may we invite everyone for the opening prayer followed by the singing of the national anthem.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above the heavenly host. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Okay, hello madlong people, mabuhay! Welcome everyone. By the way, my name is Namaranan and I will be your host for today's event. We are live via www.facebook.com/jobs180 and www.youtube.com/jobs180. And we hope that everyone is excited to learn new things today. To officially start today's session, let's watch the opening remarks of Ms. Ruth Ann L. Musni, the Director of OSS and the Associate Director of Counseling and Career Service Center.
A pleasant morning to everyone. Welcome to our Marketing Me activity sponsored by the Counseling and Career Services Center in cooperation with Jobs180.com and their industry partners. For the past 3 years, I think, CCSC and Jobs180.com have been providing relevant career sessions and opportunities for employment to our Michaelian students and graduates. So today we'll once again provide you with opportunities to listen to experts in their field as they talk about topics like creating new generation resume, navigating your way to a better career, and the new era of work, and how to keep yourself busy and productive while staying mentally well. I invite you to learn as much as you can, take note of important points, and reflect on how these can be incorporated in your career life, now and in the future. Remember, your future does not start after graduation. Your future starts now. On behalf of our SMCL administrators, I welcome you all to this career activities. Welcome to our virtual marketing meet. This is Ms. Ruth Ann Musni from CCSC.
Thank you for joining us today, Ms. Musni, and of course, for trusting Jobs 180. Ayan. So let's not forget sa mga audience and sa mga students natin today, please comment your full name and wag nickname, okay? First name, full name, okay? And of course, your year and your course. Also, do not hesitate to ask questions later or please type them in the chat box so we can answer them after the talk. Q&A will happen after each speaker's presentation. And don't forget to tag and share this live to your friends, family, o kapitbahay pa yan. We will learn new things and knowledge here, so tawagan nyo na sila. The evaluation and attendance link will be released at the end of this session. So if you guys are ready, dahil I'm so ready for today, ilalatag ko na ang ating schedule. Topics are job applications using ResumeLink by Jobs 180, followed by Leading Without the Title, How to Make a Difference Regardless of Position by Makati Medical Center. Next would be The New Era of Work, Adapting to the New Environment by Inspiro. And last but not the least, Mental Health Checks, How to Stay Positive by VXI. A very pleasant morning to all of you. And again, please comment your name, year, and course, and as we go along, type in your questions so we can read it later. Wag mahihiya if gusto mag-ask, lalo if you are very curious. This is your chance to know the answers you've been looking for, since you are going to face the real adulting thing and the world of work. So to everyone who's here, sit back, relax, and let us all #learn together. Without further ado, let's meet our first speaker. For our first presenter, he has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. As a trusted resource speaker, he has done over 1,000 career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. Please welcome Mr. Chua, the Managing Director of Jobs 180.
Good day to all of you. My name is Kim Chua. Don't forget the wa, baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. And I'm here to share to you about the most secure tool for job application. This is how you can market yourself more effectively and the different ways to do that. Okay, so let me start. Now, when you apply, you probably have a checklist if you're using the right tool. So just go along with me if you have the right, if you have the same checklist that I have. So ito yung mga things na like kong tinatandaan, no? Will my tool or will the thing that I'll be using help me to stand out? That's the first item that is very important for me. Kailangan mag-stand out ako kasi dami-dami kong kasabayan kalaban sa pag-apply. Another thing in my checklist is that, do I have more than one file? Because oftentimes I have a lot of files. May academic records, may mga government IDs, ang dami mga kailangan hingiin ng mga companies. So I'd like to put them all in one file. And this tool helps me to do that. Okay? Another thing that this tool can do is that it allows me to make the process more efficient. Mas napapabilis yung pag-apply. No? Hindi na napapatagal yung pabalik-balik. So, mas mabilis din syempre tayo maka-move forward. Diba? And another thing that this tool can do is that wala tong bayad. Baka mukha lang akong salesman pero libre po ito. Okay? So this tool is absolutely for free. The most important in my checklist is that this tool, okay, makes my information secured. And I think this is the most important question. Do you want your information to be secured? I hope your answer is yes. Okay? And so with that, let me show you ano tong tool na ito. This tool is called ResumeLink. ResumeLink, by definition, is the most secured tool for job application. Okay? This is a personalized URL. It is a link that anyone can open online anytime, provided that they know the link. So let me use an example. If you are John Santos, just in case lang, your name is John Santos, your resume link would look something like johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. So how do you make one? Okay, how do you make one? Now, the first step is for you to register. This is absolutely for free. Wala itong bayad. Okay? So what do? You go to www.jobs180.com and that is where you now register. Okay? As you register, you just simply fill out the information. These are the basic information. You have the account details, you have your personal information, you have your education background, and just in case you have your work experience, whether it's OJT or it's part-time job or whatever yung work experience na yan, then you proceed to that work experience page. Pero pag wala, hanggang dyan na lang tayo sa my education information. Okay? After doing so, you now start to create your resume link. So ano ba ang basihan ng resume link? Kadalasan, ang resume link natin, we base it on our name. We base it on our unique name. Okay, so as an example, if you're John Santos, then you say johnsantos.jobson80.com. Now, what about during scenarios where you create your resume link tapos may nauna sa inyo? May ibang John Santos, may kapangalan ka, no, nauna sa inyo. Ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon na red na box. Sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Na okay malungkot pag taken na. Okay lang. Maging creative lang kayo ng konti. Pwede mo balik rin. Pwede mo sabihin Santos John. Okay, you can also say Santos J. O kaya J Santos. O kaya JS. Di ba? Or SJ. Depende sa link na gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapareho kahit kayo may kapangalan. Now, another thing I'd like to emphasize here, wag po kayong OA. Pag gumawa kayo ng resume link, huwag mo gagawin tipong nakalagay, cutie pie, lover boy, Barbie doll, di ba? Because it doesn't sound professional. Imagine going to a company and the HR will ask you, do you have a resume? Tapos sasabihin mo sa kanya, meron po, ang resume ko ay eljablo.jobson80.com. Di ba? Baka matakot yung HR sa inyo. So I don't recommend that you do something like that. Just stick to your name. Whatever your name is, it will sound professional. Okay? Now, in creating a resume link, you have to use a valid email. Emails like Yahoo, Gmail, Rocketmail, any email, basta nabubuksan nyo, wag na wag ka lang gagamit ng facebook.com na email. Okay? Do not use something like, example lang patrick@facebook.com na email. Do not use patricia@facebook.com na email. Okay? In short, do not use @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com, you will no longer be able to receive notifications being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Okay? So use something that you can open. Why is it important for you to open your email? Because you have to verify your account. Okay? Remember, pag nag-verify, yan ang ebidensya na ikaw nag-register talaga. Yan ang proof. Diba? And at the same time, if you verify your account, then you'll be receiving notifications from the companies as well as Jobs180. If you do not verify your account, hindi nyo na po marireceive yung mga notification ng mga companies. So, sayang naman. Diba? Might as well verify your account first. Okay? Now, you're done with the first step. After you verify. So, ano na ang second step? Ang second step is the most logical of all the steps. You have to complete all the information. Very logical. Sino sa inyo mag-apply sa mga kumpanya, bungi-bungi detalye? Sino sa inyo magbibigay ng resume sa mga HR tapos kulang-kulang details nyo? I don't think you'll do that because you're just wasting your time. Instead, kumpletuhin yung information nyo bago kayo mag-submit dun sa mga companies. Okay? So, step 2, complete the information. And how do you do that? Punta kayo ulit dun sa website, www.jobs180.com, and this time, you don't need to register again kasi may account ka na eh. What you need to do is you have to log in. Okay? Now, as you log in, you start to put your registered email or your resume link and your password na ikaw lang may alam. Okay? Ganun lang siya kasimple. Now, once you're inside your account, you start to fill in the blanks. Ganun lang kasimple. Fill in the blanks. So, the things that you see here, yung mga contents, napakasimple lang. Yung mga personal details nyo, lagay mo dyan. Diba? All the information that's tingin nyo relevant, you put it there. Now, I have some emphasis lang on items na madalas na may-miss out ito ng mga aplikante. Ano yung mga yon? Sa contact information, you have to put here all the possible ways na pwede kang makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng social media handles nyo. Ba't ko nasabi yan? Because in reality is, pag tinatawagan kayo ng mga HR, madalas hindi naman ina-answer eh. Lalo na pag hindi nyo kilala, pag nag-ring yung phone nyo, hala, sino kaya ito? Di ba, hindi mo kilala. Ano gagawin? Hahayaan mo na lang. Di ba? Antayin mo kung may mag-message sa inyo. Eh, paano kung yung HR hindi naman hindi masipag mag-message? Masipag lang siya magtawag. That's why I recommend you put here all the possible means na pwede kang makontak. Kagaya ng social media nyo. Put your Facebook there, yung mga messenger nyo, mga Twitter nyo, iba pang mga paraan, social media handles para mabilis kayo ma-reach out. Diba? Message na lang. Are you available Thursday, 10 a.m., so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? Diba? So lahat ng paraan, lagay mo dyan. What else do you put here? You also put here yung inyong mga work options. Sa work options naman, you just choose lang, parang yes or no lang yan, parang switch, no? Kung ano yung mga options na gusto ninyo. No, willing to work night shift, willing to relocate, looking for OJT, you can also put it here. Okay? And then in terms of education, obvious naman, yung alma mater nyo, lagay nyo dito. Diba? Yung mga pampakapal ng resume, sa seminars attended, kahit magkopyahan pa kayo ng mga classmates mo, okay lang. Basta lang make sure, alam nyo na pag-usapan doon sa seminar na yon. Pagdating sa certification, ganun din yan. Walang limit sa space yan. Achievements, recommend ko dito is you don't only put yung mga achievement nyo inside the school. Okay? Kasi hindi naman lahat tayo academically inclined. Some of us are not very active sa school, pero active tayo sa mga social civic organization. Diba? So, even if it's outside of the school, you can also put it there. As long as you think it is an achievement, you put it there. Okay? Now, in terms of skills and languages, isa-isahin ko lang yan ha. Sa skills, do not limit your skills dyan lang sa course nyo. Hindi porkat education ng course mo, ang ibig sabihin, ang skills na alam mo lang ay magturo. Hindi porkat accounting ang course mo, ang alam mo lang gawin or ang skills mo ay mag-debit, credit at mag-balance sheet. 'Di ba? So, marami kang alam na iba pang mga skills na kahit walang connect sa course, you can also put it here. Sample, photography, 'di ba? Videography, 'di ba? And all the other things, calligraphy, pwede mo ilagay diyan. Okay? When it comes to languages, I'm sure alam nyo dalawang lengguwahe na at the minimum. You know English and you know Filipino. If you know local dialect, to be specific, lagi mo Tagalog, Chabacano, Bisaya, Kapampangan, 'di ba? Ilonggo, wala naman limit sa space eh. 'Di ba? If you know foreign languages, put it there. Chinese, Japanese, French, Vietnamese, kung ano man 'yan, ilagay nyo. Because what you're doing is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to the prospective company. Now, when it comes to references, sigurado naman ako yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang tanong lang dyan, kayo ba kilala nila? Kasi madalas pag tinatawagan namin yung mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. Yung pinakamalupit dyan, hindi talaga kayo kilala. Okay, so please advise yung mga references nyo na ginawa nyo silang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now, at this point, I'd like to highlight yung mga things that you don't find in a traditional resume. Ano yung mga yan? Diba? Ito yung mga yun. Let me start with the portfolio section. The portfolio section is where you now upload evidence of your skills. And I think with this day and age, dito pumapasok yung efficiency ng ating application sa mga companies. Because oftentimes, when we apply to companies, marami mga hinihingi, mga pre-employment requirements. They will ask for mga documents, mga proof that is showing na yan talaga yung mga skills nyo. So, kung ano man meron yung mga documents, you can now take a picture, you can scan them, and you can upload it here. Example, government IDs. Diba? Meron ka mga transcripts, academic records. Diba? You can put that there. Okay? Kung meron mga medical clearance na kailangan, ganun din. Hindi na kailangan magpabalik-balik sa company. Oh, ayos ba? Oh, eto pa. Diba? But wait, there's more. Ito na yun. Itong isa pang gusto ko i-recommend sa inyo, yung tinatawag natin selfie video. Nowadays, I think, it is not very difficult to create a selfie video. Diba? Ito may TikTok nga kayo eh. Diba? Alam mo naman paano gumawa ng selfie video. So I don't need to teach you how to create a selfie video. What I need to share to you na lang is yung anong kailangan sabihin pagka gumawa ka ng selfie video. Okay, this time, what I recommend is you say something interesting about yourself. Okay? So, you pretend that you're being interviewed by the HR. Diba? Ano yung mga tinatanong sa atin? Why should we hire you? Diba? Tell me something about yourself. Why should we consider you among all the other applicants? O, diba? Ang kagandahan ngayon is you create that video for about 1 minute or less. Hindi kailangan sobrang haba. No? Mga 1 minute lang or less. Pero ang maganda rito is na-evaluate na nung HR yung inyong communication skills. If you can speak in English, then I recommend you speak in straight English. But if you cannot, it's okay as long as you're able to show your personality. You can also showcase here yung mga hard skills nyo. Ano yung mga hard skills? Kagaya ng mga video na panood ko dati, pinakita nila how to use a soldering iron, how to properly handle a welding machine, diba? How to fold table napkins. O, ganun, diba? So, depende ko ano yung mga skills na alam mo at depende ko ano yung nasa field mo rin, diba? Na napag-aralan, diba? So, gusto mo magpakita ka paano mag-balance sheet, pwede rin. O, diba? Again, it really depends on what you wanted to show dun sa HR. Ang point is, you don't need to travel back and forth para lang ipakita on the spot dun sa HR yung inyong hard skills. And, most importantly, hindi na kailangan magkaroon ng maraming aberya, maraming storbo. Diba? Sometimes, when we try to contact you for the phone interview, maingay yung background, hindi marinig. Diba? Mahina signal, maingay, ano nangyari, nasa biyahe, diba? Or sometimes hindi magtugma yung schedule. At least with that selfie video, it makes the process now more efficient. Now, another good thing pa with the ResumeLink is that you also upload here your profile picture. When it comes to profile picture, you don't need to go to the studio para magpa-picture. Huwag ka na gumastos. Ang importante lang dyan, tumingin ka sa camera, okay, with plain background, at of course, magbihis ka naman ng maayos, diba? And then, you're good to go. Huwag mo gagawin yung mga nasa right side ng screen niyo. Those samples that I'm showing you, it doesn't look professional. Imagine, di ba, yung mga selfie, mga nilagay ng avatar, yan, wag nyo gawin yan. Okay? Wag nyo gawin yan. It doesn't look nice, doesn't look professional. Okay? Now, another good thing pa with the ResumeLink is that meron tayong tinatawag na cover photo. Ayan, pasintabi sa matatamaan. May iba sa inyo nakikinig ngayon, hindi naman kayo gifted with writing skills. Some of us are having a difficult time expressing our thoughts and feelings into words. So ano pwede mo gawin? You can now use those pictures to represent your personality or to showcase yung inyong skills. Example, look at the one on the left, yung nasa baba. Ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, ophthalmologist, optometrist, or eye expert. Yung nasa kanan, yung nasa taas, ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, para siyang admin or clerical work. Or maybe makalat kasi tingnan mo yung lamesa ang kalat-kalat. O, di ba? Again, it depends on the interpretation of the person looking at it. This is an example of someone into HR or maybe into psychology. And this one is an example, it's a very good example by the way, of someone who wanted to say that there is no shortcut to success. Hindi po yan miyembro na Akit Bahay Gang. Okay? Ang gusto niya sabihin, you will be able to reach yung goal mo by taking one step at a time. Oh, di ba? You get what I'm saying now. So I'm showing you good examples para you can draw inspiration from. And I will also show you not so good examples. Ito yung wag niyong gagayahin. Huwag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Maglagay ka ng picture mo dyan. Lalaki man, babae in between, okay lang. Ilagay mo dyan, member man tayo ng LGBTQ+, okay lang. You put it there. At least alam ng HR who to expect. A lot of times, yung mga pangalan kasi very interchangeable nowadays. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think babae ako, di ba? Pag iba nababasa ko mga resume, ano nakalagay sa resume nila? Chris, nakalagay George, Alex, Sam, Nick, di ba? Joey. I would assume lalaki. Yung pala, babae. O, di ba? That's why you better make sure you put your picture there. And wag naman pugot yung ulo nyo pag nilagay ng picture. Dapat kompleto. Okay? Never leave this blank because if you leave this blank, it will not catch the HR's attention. Trust me. Kung ikaw ang HR, wala ka namang ibang makita dyan, malamang mangyayari dito, next applicant na. Okay? And then if you want to catch the HR's attention, do not create something like this. This is just my opinion. I don't think this looks professional kasi ang dating parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, no? Parang chill-chill, walang pakialam sa buhay. Again, that is just my interpretation. Okay? So I showed you the good and not so good examples para you'll be guided. Now, you can just play along later on kung anong sa tingin nyo mas bagay sa inyong background or sa inyong sa gusto niyo ipakita sa personality niyo. Okay? Now, let's examine a very good example. Look at this person, itong iExpert. Bakit maganda itong example ng kanyang resume link? Because all the information you're seeing here, kompleto na. Diba? Hindi ka na magpabalik-balik eh. Kung ikaw yung HR, everything that you need to ask or you want to know about the applicant, you already find it here. If you're the applicant, you might as well put everything there para wag mo na antayin pa yung time na hihingiin pa sa'yo ng HR yung mga documents yan. Baka hindi na mangyari yun. Baka may ibang aplikante na mas assertive, nilagay lahat ng mga information na i-process na siya kaagad. Diba? Now, at this point, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, sir, okay nga tong resume link. Kaso lang, baka naman yung information ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman nakalantad na sa buong internet. Ang sagot ay, hindi. Kaya nga tinawag na the most secure tool for your job application. Diba? Bakit? Because you control your privacy settings. Ikaw mismo, as an account user or as a resume link owner, ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo. And how will that happen? When you log into your dashboard, as you can see in my screen, when you log into your dashboard, you will find the resume link settings. Pagpunta mo sa settings, mapuntahan mo yung privacy settings at dun ka mamili ngayon ng information you want to show or hide in public. So let me use an example. If you don't want to show your birthday, what do? You turn it off. You don't want to show your references, you turn it off. You don't want to show your address, what do? Turn it off. Diba? So yung mga information na in-off mo, hindi lalabas sa public. Now, if ever lang you decide to change your mind, ang maganda dito sa resume link, updated yan, real time. As in real time. So 5 minutes later, you want to show your birthday, turn it on. What happens? Lahat ng mayroong alam ng resume link mo, alam na niya yung birthday mo. Diba? If 2 days later, you want to show your address, you turn it on, you save your profile, lahat ng may alam ng resume link mo, alam na rin yung inyong address. You get what I'm saying? Diba? So, depende na sa inyo kung ano gusto mo i-on or i-off. If you want to turn off everything, then okay lang. You can just turn off the button. Enable public resume link, off. Wala nang lalabas sa public. Kahit na anong information. Okay? So, yan ang re-remind ko sa inyo. This, the second step is for you to complete the information. And in doing so, please make sure that your profile is interesting, diba? Yung information mo kompleto at updated ang details nyo para mabilis kayo makontak ng mga HR. Now, we go to the last step. Pangatlo na, last step na to. The last step is for you to submit. Now, how will you submit your resume link to those companies? You might be thinking you want to explore opportunities outside of the Philippines. Maybe you want to join some job fairs later on. You want to apply online. You want to, marami, walk-ins, diba? Depende kung ano kasi bumabalik na yung face-to-face ngayon. So, lahat ng mga ipapakita ko sa inyo, lahat ito, practical application. Lahat yan, makaka-relate kayo. Ano yung first one? The first one is you go online. Of course. Diba? Yan ang fastest way. You just connect via your phone, via kung ano man gadget mo, go to jobs.at.com, search for companies. And by the way, speaking of search, you can only search for company, tatlo lang pwede mo i-search ha. Search for company name, position title, and location. Doon sa search bar, hindi mo pwede ma-search ang resume link. So example lang, ikaw si John Santos, okay? Okay, ikaw si, ako na lang, Kim, halimbawa lang, subukan mo pumunta sa jobs.at.com, doon sa search bar, type mo doon Kim. tingnan mo kung may lumabas. Malamang sa malamang, walang lalabas. Unless may company name, position title, or location na may word na Kim. Other than that, walang lalabas dyan. Kasi hindi siya searchable. So, the only time a company would be able to know your information is if and when you give your exact resume link to that company. So, ikaw may control. Ayos? So, tuloy natin. Okay, tuloy natin. So, if you're going to search for companies, what do? Just go to the website of jobsonly.com, search for companies. Kung may lumabas, edi meron. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Diba? Ganun lang yan. Huwag natin pilitin magkaroon ng something kung wala talaga. Diba? Okay, so ano gagawin? Tingnan mo yung mga companies. Kung meron kang type, edi gawin nyo, check nyo yung opportunities. After that, you now submit your information to that company. Okay, when you submit your information to the company, it will ask for your profile, for your resume link and password. So ikaw lang magbibigay ng consent dun sa company. Okay? Now another option is for you to send resumes via email. Now there's nothing wrong in sending resumes through email. Ang tanong dito is, how are you sending your resumes through email? Do you do it like this? Do you say, "Dear HR manager, I'd like to apply for the following position. This is my resume." Tapos mag-attach ka ng Word file, PDF file, or whatever file you have. If you're doing those attachments pa, ang tawag dyan, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Hindi ko sinabing mali. Ang sabi ko lang, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Bakit? Hindi mo kailangan mag-attach anything anymore. If you're going to write an email and send your resume, just simply type your resume link there. "Dear HR manager, I would like to apply for the following position. This is my resume. In this example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz, jobsonly.com. Send. Tapos na. Ganun lang kabilis. Diba? Whatever changes you need to do, you put it inside your resume link. You don't have to keep on sending another attachment. Paano kung imagine mo na lang, nag-attach ka ng Word file. Diba? Ng PDF file. Tapos nagpalit ka ng address, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Email mo na naman yung HR. "Dear HR manager, I'm sending you my updated resume." Ganun ba? Paano kung 2 months later, lumipat ka ng bahay, iba na address mo, send ka ulit ng bagong resume? "Dear HR manager, I'm sending you my updated, most recent resume." I don't think you'll do that. Kasi kung ganun ang ginagawa mo, sayang sa oras siya, nakapagod sa part mo, lalong-lalo naman sa part ng HR, mas nakakapagod to keep track kung saan dyan yung pinaka-updated na attachment or pinaka-updated na resume ng aplikante. And this time around, if you have your resume link, all you need to do is just update your resume link at lahat na may alam ng resume link mo, makikita nila yung pinaka real-time update ng profile or information. Ayos ba? Ayos ba? Sige, another one. For those who wanted to use a hard copy, gusto mo talaga may hard copy ka when you apply to those companies, you want to give something, then this is also possible. What do? You go to your dashboard inside your job seeker account, then you can print your resume link. Mamili ka lang, 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, the system will try to compress everything into 1 page. O, di ba? Maginhawa sa buhay. So, kung gusto mo talaga mag-apply sa mga kumpanya, hindi mo na kailangan mag-prepare ng maraming mga pages. Minsan, di ba, yung mga aplikante, mga 2-3 pages ang isang set ng resume. Palibasa, yung font size 45. Kaya umaabot ng 2-3 pages. O, di ba? Pero this time, the system will try to compress everything na into 1 page. Just in case you really want to have a hard copy. O, di ba? Tipid. Okay? Another thing pa for me to encourage you to do is you use resume link cards. Resume link cards. Ano tong resume link card? Kung sa mga nagtatrabaho na, ang tawag namin business card. Sa mga nag-a-apply, tawag dyan, resume link card. So in one piece of paper, whether short bond or long bond paper, you can now design it your own way. You can design it depende kung ano ang gusto mo, pagiging creativity mo. Ikaw bahala. You can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa laki or liit. Diba? Kasi laki ng index card or kasi liit lang ng mga normal business cards natin. Diba? So, depende. So, maybe in one long bond paper, you can make 10, 20 sets of cards na. And so, after you have it printed out, pwede ka na ngayon maggupit-gupit. Gupit-gupit na lang. Diba? 10 or 20, bawat kumpanya, you can now start to give that as a hard copy. Hard copy pa rin naman yan eh. But this time, why am I encouraging you to use resume link cards instead of the traditional long bond or short bond paper? Bakit? Una-una, tipid. Diba? Because of course, right now, eto, tipid. Kasi if you're going to apply to 20 companies, you don't need to print 20 sets of long bond papers. You just need to print 1 long bond paper and cut 20 small pieces of resume link cards. O, diba? That's for the cost side. Tipid na. Pangalawa, at mas importante, security of information. Diba? You want to have peace of mind. Paano ko nasabi yan? Kapag ikaw yung nagbigay sa isang kumpanya ng long bond paper or short bond paper, example lang, no? It's a traditional resume. And for some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Okay? Nilipad ng hangin. Hindi mo kasalanan. Kasalanan ng hangin eh. Diba? May nakapulot na stranger. May nakapulot na stranger. All your information, alam na nung stranger. Tama? And you cannot deny it because you know what I'm saying is true. Diba? Hindi mo kilala pero alam niya yung buong details mo. Now, using your resume link card, same scenario. Nagbigay ka ng resume link card sa company, nilipad ng hangin ngayon. May na stranger na nakapulot, okay lang. Bakit? Kampante ka. Kasi yung resume link, ikaw may control ng privacy settings mo. That's why, in your resume link card, what I recommend, you just simply put your name and your resume link. Dalawa lang. That's it. If you want to put your mobile number, it's okay. It's up to you. You can put it there. Diba? Pero ang point ko is, resume link, pwede na siya makita ng mga HR or mga companies na bibigyan mo. Diba? So you have peace of mind now. Okay? So there's a lot of advantages using resume links. In fact, doon pa lang sa privacy portion, panalong-panalo ka na. Ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo real time. Pagdating sa speed of hire, it becomes faster and more efficient because whatever you want to show the HR, you just attach it there. Whatever the HR needs from you, they just ask from you. Diba? You take a picture, you scan them, upload it there, and later on, pag okay na, you now turn off yung privacy settings mo. Diba? Or you can remove them in the attachments. Diba? Cost efficient, definitely wala tong gastos, tipid. Diba? If you're thinking, ay sir, paano po yung internet? Kailangan ng pang-load. Pwede ka maging resourceful. Connect lang tayo sa mga libreng wifi. O, diba? And then, pagdating sa flexibility, if you really want to have it printed out, yung inyong resume, you also have the option to print it out. That's like how I showed it to you, 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, it's really up to you. Pero ang point ko is, resume link na lahat yan. Okay? And you can use this to any platform, whatever platform you want to share it to. You want to share it sa mga messenger nyo, you want to share it sa email, sa Viber, sa text, di ba? Gusto mo, kaya ko bahala. Di ba? Gusto mo, sulat mo sa papel, tapos gawa ka ng airplane, palipad mo, di ba? May nakakuha, alam niya yung resume link mo. Ikaw bahala. Okay? Ikaw may control kung sino ang gusto mo bigyan. Okay? You don't have to use your USBs anymore. You don't have to save it sa hard drive. Baka mawala pa yung USB nyo. Delikado. Diba? Wag na. Baka kung ano pa makita ng mga nakakapulot ng mga USB na yan. Okay? So you don't need to worry about compatibility as well because this is compatible to any platform. If you're using Android, you're using Safari, kung ano magamit mo, pwede yan sa kahit anong version. Okay? And so, just to promote lang, if you want to be part of our team, we're also hiring. Mismo sa jobs180.com, we're hiring for several opportunities, several vacancies yan. Check out na lang yung aming jobs180.com/jobs180 na page. Okay? And by the grace of God, shout out lang ako, right now we have more than 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide. From north all the way to the south of the Philippines. Thank you, Lord. O, diba? Ang kinalat namin, hindi lang virus. Biro lang. Kinalat namin resume link. Yan ang kinalat natin. So, a lot of schools now, including your alma mater, are now using the resume link. So, I hope it doesn't stop here. No? You become a blessing to others as well. If you have friends, you have yung mga relatives mo, na sa tingin mo, kailangan nitong tool na ito, you can share it to them. Wala namang bayad eh. Libre naman yan. Okay? And so, as we close this portion, I'd like to discuss some of the frequently asked questions. Baka ito yung mga agam nyo or ito yung mga questions na gusto nyo tanungin. Sagutin ko na muna. Okay? Unang tanong, can I give my resume links to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. Basta alam nila eksaktong link mo at ikaw may control sino bibigyan mo nun. Ikaw lang ang magbibigay, diba? So ikaw lang may alam sino binigyan mo. Okay? Now, second question, is it the same as other job platform kagaya ng JobStreet, LinkedIn, or any other job site? The answer is no. May dalawang pagkakaiba. And let me use an example here. Let me do a shout out to JobStreet, no? Because I think you guys know what JobStreet is. So, shout out lang to them sa mga nasa JobStreet. If you're using JobStreet na resume, you can only apply to companies who are using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. Pero pag gamit mo yung resume link mo, pwede mo yung gamitin kahit na saan, kahit na kanino, kahit na anong platform. Diba? Basta alam ng HR yung eksaktong link mo at ikaw magbibigay nun. That's the first difference. Second difference, if you have already submitted your JobStreet resume to an HR, you cannot change anything anymore. Well, you can on your end, but it will not be reflected on the HR. Hindi siya magiging real-time update. Comparing it to resume link ni Jobs180, you can update it real-time. 2 days later, 5 minutes later, 6 weeks later, ikaw bahala, anytime nag-update ka ng information, lahat na in-update mo, dagdag bawas, will be reflected real-time across all na may alam ng resume link mo. Okay? So those are the two major differences. Now, pagdating sa pangatlong question, yan ang pinaka-simpleng tanong. Can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time na-convince ko na kayo na ito na ang pinaka-secured na job application platform. Okay? So, use your ResumeLink. Number 4 question, I think is the most important question. How often should you update your ResumeLink? The answer is every time. Every time na meron kang babaguhin. Okay? Every time na meron kang babaguhin. Lalong-lalo na yung contact details mo. Kasi imagine, binago mo lahat. Binago mo yung work experience mo, nagkaroon ka ng awards, nagkaroon ng achievement, hindi ka naman makontakt ng HR. Wala rin, di ba? Sayang din. That's why you have to update yung contact details niyo. Okay? And the last question is just a trivia. Trivia lang, palaisipan. Why is this called jobs180.com? This is called jobs180.com because we want to turn your life around 180 degrees. And in case you're wondering, no, you wanted to raise a concern, bakit hindi po 360? Kasi pag 360 degrees, you only go back to where you started. Ikot ka lang na ikot, wala kang pupuntahan. 'Di ba? Bumabalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. Oh, ha? Oh, 'di ba? Char-char lang 'yan. Okay? So, anyways, again, kung meron pa kayo ibang questions, just in case you have questions, okay? You may send those questions here through our website, www.jobs180.com. You can also email us or email me here sa info@jobs180.com. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, pati na rin sa TikTok. Okay? So, check us out on all our social media platform. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget the wa. Okay? Isang magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Thank you.
Hi, Sir Kim. Good morning po. Hi. So, for those students who's here, so don't forget, kung may mga questions kayo, please don't hesitate to ask, okay? So, sasagutin ni Sir Kim yan. But, while waiting po for our students, I have a question po, Sir Kim. So, is it okay po ba to share the resume link only to the employers without yung PDF file? Mag-send sa email, pero resume link lang without attaching the PDF file. Hindi ba siya magmumukhang unprofessional since it's only a link?
Okay. Thank you for that question. Alam mo ganito yan eh. The way I look at it is, ano ba yung approach? Paano ba yung approach ng pag-share mo nung link na yon, no? You have to make sure that you say it politely. Halimbawa lang, you're going to type it in your email. You say, example lang, dear HR manager, I am sending you. I'd like to apply for your company for this position, and this is my resume, or this is the link to my resume. Then you put there the resume link. Diba? Don't just send an email na yung laman lang, hi HR, tapos walang anything. Dear HR manager, tapos nakalagay lang doon yung link mo, walang anything, 'di ba? So you have to inform them, you have to tell them. I've seen some people very good yung kanilang pag-present, no? Kahit naman attachment 'yan or kahit na hard copy pa 'yan, pupunta ka sa kumpanya. Diba? Ano sasabihin mo, 'di ba? Tatanong ka, ma'am, pwede po bang mag-apply? Ito po yung resume ko. 'Di ba? Inaabot mo pa rin naman eh. Hindi naman yung tipong pupunta ka doon, ma'am, oh, ito po. 'Di ba? Hindi mo naman iiwan lang yung resume mo doon sa reception. Sabi mo, oh yan. Obvious ba? Resume, tatanong-tanong ka pa. 'Di ba? Hindi mo naman the way you approach it, I think is the most crucial part. Yan, to answer yung tanong mo, yung sinasabi nyo. So, Miss Nam, no? So, it's not the ano eh. It's para ko sabihin to. Ulitin ko lang yung mga sasabihin ko, ano, I'm lost for words. It's about how you say it. Yan, no? It's about how you say it. The item will be there, whatever that is. It's a link, it's an attachment, it's a document. Kung ano man siya, it's about how you approach, how you say it. Kaya yun yung very important dito, no? You say it politely. Yun. And whoever is the receiving side of it, when they understand kung ano yung attachment yan or yung link na yan, or you simply type it in the email, di ba? Pag naintindihan naman nila, then they will understand ano yung link na yun. Di ba? Because otherwise, they might not open it. They might think, oh, it could be a link to a virus. It might be something that no, 'di ba? Minsan ganoon eh. They don't want to touch anything. 'Di ba? So you tell them, explain mo lang, 'di ba? 'Yan. I think that's
Okay.
the best way for me to answer your question mo.
Yeah. Thank you, Sir Kim. And after naman po kunwari nila magpasa ng kanilang resume link, how can you wait naman po sa employer after you pass it?
How long, you mean, to wait?
How long?
Yung
Yeah, how long can you
expectation?
wait?
Depende kasi yan sa mga companies. May mga HR na process, they have a turnaround time na they have to follow. May mga certain process yan. No? The moment may pumasok na application, they immediately send you a reply message, and then you wait. Sometimes you wait for about a week or so, or 2 weeks, or maybe a month. Then if you get to move to the next step, then you get the next call. Other, Otherwise, some companies, they just they don't even bother to inform na the applicant kung pasado ba or hindi. I mean, kung bagsak. Kung pasado, syempre you get informed kasi you move to the next step. Now, if you want to have peace of mind, no, have your peace of mind in terms of ano na kayo nangyari sa application ko, kapag nag-apply ka lang, tapos walang nag-answer sa'yo in about a month's time, ito na yung sasabihin ko, pinakamatagal na, I would say 2 weeks. The average is about 2 weeks. You should be getting somehow a response. If you don't get a response from 2 weeks up to 1 month at the most, you could safely assume na yung application mo, hindi siya urgently needed. Diba? Hindi siya urgently needed. Kung urgently needed yon, then another safe assumption na lang to. Again, I'm just making suggestions lang. Another safe assumption there is that they have already considered another applicant. Hindi ikaw na yung consider nila if it's an urgent position. Otherwise, it's just something for pooling, then they can get back to you pa, no? Kahit na after a month yan or 2 months. That's why we recommend that you use your resume link para, halimbawa, ngayon, nag-apply ka, tapos later on, nag-update ka ng information mo, regardless of the time frame, inabot ka man ng 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, or even 1 year, as long as you continue to update lang your resume link, that company that you have applied to or submitted your resume link to could see yung updated profile mo, and they can anytime reach out to you as soon as merong fit na dun sa requirement or dun sa position na yun. Ayun. So, time frame para sa akin, 2 weeks, 1 month at the most. Yan yung average na, no? There. Kung gusto mo talaga malaman, pag tinawagan ka nung HR, then you ask politely. Diba, sir or ma'am, may I respectfully ask lang kung ano po yung time frame for me to expect to get a feedback whether I could move forward or not. Diba? Ayun. If they just tell you, oh, you wait for our call, oh, yun, that's not a good sign. Yun lang ang tip ko dyan. Pero if they give you something like, oh, you wait for about a week or 2, or maybe they tell you wait for 3 months. O, halimbawa lang, our process is 3 months. We have to gather all the qualified applicants within 3 months' time. We have to carefully review them, and then you get a call. Ayun. So, at least alam mo. Diba? Yun yung importante. But you have to ask politely. Diba? You have to ask politely. Yun naman yung key dyan. Diba? Ayun.
Ayun.
I hope
So, I know for the students, alam ko yan yung usual na papasok na question sa isip nyo when you graduate, like after you graduate. So, for our students na may mga questions, please don't hesitate to comment down. So, nasa Facebook or YouTube man kayo, makikita ko yung mga comments nyo. So, another question po, Sir Kim. Yung sa resume link for the portfolio section, does it have a limit? Lalo there are files na may mga big sizes.
Okay. Ang purpose nito is to highlight the things that you would like the HR to immediately see. Yan yung tandaan nyo, no? This is not your storage file where you put yung buong talambuhay mo, yung the whole thing. So I recommend for those who are in the field of, example lang, IT, halimbawa lang marami kang mga portfolio, you're into design, you're into arts, tapos marami kang mga iba-ibang mga relevant links, works na nagawa, then what I do recommend is that you put them in a separate link. And what you now share sa portfolio mo is the link that opens up to those files. Yan. Now to answer your question, is there a file limitation or size limitation? There is if you put a too big of a file. Tandaan nyo, pag nalagay ng picture mo lang lalagay mo, di ba? Halimbawa. Pero nilagay mo doon about 10 gig. O, di ba? Kasi tipong gagawa ka ng mural, tipong pang poster sa EDSA or sa highway yung lalagay mong yung ganong kalaking high resolution, di ba? I hope hindi ganun yung tipo naman gagawin ninyo, di ba? So, you know what I'm saying, no? It's a way for you to highlight those those documents that are relevant to your application, relevant to your skills. Pero hindi ito yung parang photo album nyo, no, na ilalagay mo dyan yung the whole first year to fourth year college na activities ninyo. Ayan. Okay? So, I hope na answer ko yung tanong na yun.
Yes, sir. Ayan, may
Ah,
question po tayo from our
yes.
student. Ayan, applicable pa rin po ba yung resume link sa mga small or franchise businesses or for companies lang po? Thank you po.
So thank you, Sir Yuden. I hope tama pagkasabi ko, no, sa pangalan, Yuden. Itong resume link, kahit saan pwede mo gamitin. Ang purpose naman nito, regardless if you're applying to a big company, a small franchise business, example, it's for you, it's for for your convenience. Diba? It's for your convenience. If you're going to any company, you don't have to worry about printing a lot of resumes and bringing it with you. Kailangan pa problema pag umambon, umulan, mababasa pa yung folder mo or envelope mo. Diba? Tapos kung halimbawa lang may nagbago sa details mo, kailangan mo i-edit lahat, i-print lahat. Diba? So, the good thing there is that as long as you have your resume link, you're comfortable. You just go kung saan ka pumunta, saan ka natisod, nakita mo yung kumpanya, bigla may opportunity, 'di ba? Whether it's a big or small, in this case, I'm just using your description, small/franchise businesses, nakita mo, and you want to take part of that company, you want to apply, 'di ba? Example lang, then you can of course give your resume link. You can text it. 'Di ba? Hello po, ma'am. Nakita ko po may opening po diyan. Example lang. O, can I submit my application? Pag tinanong niya, nasaan yung resume mo? Ito po, link na lang. Di ba? Pwede ko ba i-send sa email? Di ba? Pag sinabi nila, yung company, ito yung email. O yun, please send it there. O yun, you just do it to the email. Di ba? If they have a page, maybe they have their social media pages that you have to send it to, then use your resume link to send it to those. Di ba? It's really convenient eh. Di ba? Tapos hindi lang siya convenience, security mo rin. Di ba? The information you want to share, di ba? Hindi mo naman basta-basta ilalapag na lang dyan yung siguro sa tingin ko lang, di mo naman basta-basta ilalapag dyan yung resume mo, yung biodata mo, example, di ba? Ni-print out mo, nilagay mo dyan. Di ba? So, you want something na at the end of the day, may peace of mind ka. Di ba? Yung information na gusto mo i-share, then you put it there. Now, bigla lang na-encounter ko lang, naisip ko lang ngayon, baka tinatanong mo, Sir Yuden, what if you want to apply for a franchise business? Baka yan yung, applicable rin ba yung resume link sa mga small franchise business? Halimbawa, you want to invest, 'di ba, as a investor, no? You want as a capitalist, gusto mo mag-invest ng food cart or whatever itong small/franchise business, and they will be asking for your background, 'di ba? Halimbawa lang, yes, you can use your resume link. Alam mo, kausap mo yung franchisee, 'di ba? Sabi niya, ano po ba yung background niyo? You have to submit your so and so, 'di ba, letter of intent, anything else, may pwesto ka, may picture ka sa location na gusto mo applyan. By all means, you can use this resume link, di ba? You can use it. Depende kung ano nga yung mga things that will work for you. Syempre, no, yung mas advantageous for you, you now set yung mga parameters mo. Yan. Naisip ko lang bigla, baka yan kasi question nyo. Okay? Yun po.
Ayun.
Yeah.
So, I hope na na-answer ni Sir Kim yung question ni Sir Yuden. Ayun. So, thank you po so much, Sir Kim Chua of jobs180.com for joining
Thank
us
you,
today.
Len. Recommend ko na lang sa mga audience, you can check out whatever you're seeing right now. Di ba, scroll sa link. Go to that link, schools.jobs180.com/SMCL. You go to that link, you can see a lot of companies, a lot of vacancies, explore, and you submit your resume link to them. Yan yung isa. Okay? Yan po. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you po. Ayan. So, you may visit www.jobs180.com to find out more on job applications and resume links. For more information and updates, you may visit their Facebook and Instagram page at Jobs180. Ayan. For our second presenter na. She is a graduate of BSBA, major in Human Resource Development Management at New Era University, and currently taking up master's degree specialized in Human Capital Management at De La Salle University, Dasmariñas. An HR practitioner with continuous 7 years of experience in different facets of human resources, such as in recruitment, employee relations, organizational development, and compensation and benefits in different industries. Also had an experience as recruitment head of local manpower agency handling different variety of clients' manpower needs. Currently part of the talent acquisition team of Makati Medical Center as HR specialist. Please welcome Ms. Sairah Joice Gipanao, the HR specialist talent acquisition of Makati Medical Center.
I'm Sai, Talent Acquisition Specialist of Makati Medical Center. What I'm going to discuss is about leading without title, how to make difference in organization regardless of the position. Okay. Okay. So do we need a title to lead? Do we need to make changes to our organization? According to author Robin S. Sharma, leadership is not about a title or designation. It's about impact, influence, and inspiration to others. So first, it involves getting results. Second, influence is about spreading the passion you have for your work. And last is the inspire, cultivating and sharing positive mental attitude to others. So, do you think all of us can make an impact, influence, and inspiration to others? Since all of us has the capacity to make impact, make influence, and inspire, meaning all of us have the capacity to lead, even we don't have titles. Okay. Okay, so many people assume that leadership is all about titles, positions, money, and fame. However, leadership is not an actual position or title. In fact, it is about the action you take and the example you set for others. Like I said earlier, leadership is the ability to influence others. It's about the impact you have on others and how you can inspire others to do things beneficial to the organization. Okay, so can someone be a leader without a title? The answer is yes. You don't need a title to be a leader. You may not be a supervisor or manager for now, or the president of your school organization. The way you conduct yourself and interact with others can make you a true leader. So, how do you show leadership without a title? First, cultivate great mindset. Having a good attitude is a great skill. So, if you can show positivity no matter what your job is, people will notice you. On any given day, many things can go wrong, but it's the person who stays above the fray that is appreciated and respected. Second is consistently be supportive. The people who supportive, adding value, always looking to serve others, these are all leaders who are indispensable. Always try to have the attitude of what can I do for you. Number three, learn to be flexible. So if you want to stand out, make a great impression, and work to become a person who is agile and flexible, it's often to the stubborn individuals who cause themselves advancement. If you don't want to succeed, be influential but learn to be flexible. Number four, let people know that they can count on you. When people know you are accountable, it will give credibility. When they know you stand by others, they respect you. Letting others know you trust them and showing them they can trust you, they can trust you back makes a very impressive reputation. So number five, be the creative one. In your current position, what process can be improved? What best practice can be tweaked? What can you do to make things easier for your customer or clients? Use other use your creativity to continuously improve processes and you will always and stand out. And last is give credit where credit is due. So learn to acknowledge others also. The way to stand out is to stand together, to acknowledge others for their contribution, and give credit where credit is due. So one of the example is this, for example, you're being in the organization and become a, for example, a head of the organization or the project manager of the organization. So, if there's any, for example, may isang member ka who has a better idea than yours. So, give them a credit. So, syempre, as a, employee or subordinates, of course, I will appreciate it much if my boss appreciate what I did to the team. Okay. Next, what are the benefits of leading without title to organization? Number one, leadership without title rise to the occasion by doing their best work each day and every day. So, meaning they stand up, take an action, and speak out no matter where their place is in the corporate hierarchy. They take initiative because they realize most people are waiting for someone else to go first to say or do what needs to be done. Number two, they add value. So true leaders add value to organization by, for example, contributing to positive office culture, taking customer service to another level, problem solving, being an influencer, being a volunteer, and embracing their role in an organization. So overall, they make organization better. Okay. So number three, they push limits on what is expected and possible. So they go extra miles and leads other teammates to success. It also means they have positive mindset and non-resistant to changes. Okay. So number four, they don't play victim or blame results on external factors. So true leaders are not afraid to be accountability, to acknowledge error and criticism, and are always open for new learnings. It also means true leaders are open to growth. So of course, hindi porket na you become a leader is it always a uh, good image. So, may kaakibat din siya na responsibility and accountability. So, when you become a leader and you experience na parang you be having an error, so, it's okay. So, it's a part of new learnings naman. Okay. So, to conclude, all of us, even staff employees, workers, and students, we can become leaders. You don't have to have little like title like manager, the boss, the president of your school, or the organization to become a leader. If you can stand up, not afraid to be accountable, you are willing to grow and lead others in the right way, then you are indeed leaders already. We at HR are always looking for someone who can stand and become a leader because they are the ones who are not afraid to challenges and can help others and the whole organization to rise to top. So I hope all of us here are willing to become a leaders even if we don't title or without a title. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you. So you can join to apply Makati Medical Center. Here's the link.
Thank you so much po for that wonderful talk, Miss Sairah, and thank you for joining us today. You can visit their website and apply through jobs180.com/Makati Medical Center. We wish to have you again on our next set of webinars. Ayan. So, marami na tayong options, students. Kaya I hope you learned something sa two speakers natin. And now, for our third speaker. He is a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Sciences from Negros Oriental State University. He was an active member of Science Major Society and contributed to various events in their university to promote the integration of technology in teaching sciences. He has been a talent acquisition sourcing specialist with Inspiro Relia for more than a year. Shammuel also has a passion for performing arts. Please welcome Mr. Shammuel Dexter Pasucal, the talent acquisition sourcing specialist from Inspiro. Hi, Sir Shammuel, kamusta po?
Hello, good day everyone. So, yes, for my topic today, I'll be discussing on the new era of work to help you in your future endeavors as you transition to the real world. So, the new era of work. New normal. We have heard a lot of that term for the past year. Well, it just simply means that it is a new way of living and going with our lives after pandemic. Actually, our topic is too broad and there's too many to discuss about today. And we will focus on what is the most common changes you're about to see and experience in terms of work in this new normal. Working during post-pandemic. So what do we expect? So since COVID-19 has challenged the traditional idea of workplace, this caused a profound impact on the workplace itself. Actually, not just in every workplace in the world, but everything around us has shifted or changed in the course of time. Despite the economics recovery after pandemic, one might still say that what we call back to normal will never be the old normal. And I will be discussing on those new changes or what we call the new normal in today's new era of work. Now, let's start with the ways people finding job nowadays. We know that a lot has shifted or changed after pandemic struck, and it is quite a bit challenging for a lot of job seekers, especially those fresh graduates, to look for a job just because there are tons of industries like BPO industries, food industries, or every industries are affected by pandemic. And most of all, a lot of people lost their jobs during those times. However, now is new beginning and a lot of great opportunity arise that will help you, job seekers, to be employed. When we go or talk about branding, we normally see from companies on billboards, public transportation such as jeepney top ads, bus, LRT, and MRT. But that has changed now that companies tend to rely on, let's say, online or virtual branding nowadays. So what is online or virtual branding? So as we all know, we are the Facebook capital in the Philippines. And I know that this online or virtual branding, we have seen it every day. So example for this one is Facebook lead ads. So we can see a lot of job postings or let's say advertisements in Facebook. And all you have to do is just click on that advertisement and you will be redirected to the candidate portal wherein all you have to do is just manually input your information there, and upon submitting, easy as that. You already have an application for a specific company and all you have to do is just wait for them to contact you. More offsite recruitment events. So it was a challenge to look for a job in the past due to the reason that it's because of the implementation of quarantine. And companies are restricted to conduct or join job fairs, school fairs, job caravans, wherein these are the events that people gather in one place to look for jobs. And the thing there is, this is where it gives a bigger chance of applicants to land one job just because there are too many opportunities. Because in job fairs and job caravans, there are a lot of companies that are currently hiring and looking for applicants. And in the past, we cannot really conduct those kind of events. But now, this can be done because quarantine has been lifted, and now we can say that pandemic is most likely to be over. And these events are all over the places. Example for the location wherein there are a lot of job caravans and job fairs are, let's say, the malls, or let's say common or popular fast food chains. So all you just have to do is just walk into the site, and then there, they will be having your initial interview and up to the end process. So digital platforms. So majority of the companies don't process or assess candidates to their respective offices. So if you're a fan of a walk-in applicant, then you might need to step up your digital profile. So first is update your resume, then search job openings via online, just like your profile here in Jobs 180. Next would be for interview and qualification. So first, the interview, just like I've mentioned, most of the company doesn't require their candidates to go to the office for an interview. So get ready and expect for a virtual screening. So what is virtual screening? It is when a specific hiring process, let's say for example, initial interviews and final interview will now be conducted through phone call or using Zoom or Google Meet. So that's an example of virtual screening. So you may also be surprised if the employer asks question that is new to your ears. So example for this is, do you have a wired internet connection? And if yes, up to how many Mbps is that? So that those kinds of qualifications for a certain job changes as well. So we will know why are these questions included. So it is due to the reason that there is this so-called hybrid setup. So what is hybrid setup? So it is a kind of work arrangement wherein it is both an on-site work arrangement and work from home setup. So we all know that on-site work arrangement means you have to be physically or you have to report on-site to accomplish some task that is given to you. And work from home setup is when you can just report and do things for the company at the comfort of your home. And hybrid setup is both of these two. So example for hybrid setup is just like us, talent acquisition team sourcing specialists in Inspiro. We are actually in a hybrid setup wherein you can choose 2 days to work at home and the 3 days to work on site. So that's a great example of what is a hybrid setup. So most of the companies are now embracing hybrid or work from home setup. So when you are in a hybrid setup, especially when you're working from home, here are some things that is expected from you that you should be aware of. So if you're working from home, it is to be expected that you should have equipment to use, obviously. So there are specific companies that requires an applicant to have an equipment with specific specification. Let's say, for example, your laptop should have a processor of iCore 5 or iCore 7, or your laptop or PC should be in Windows 10 and Windows 11. So those kinds of, let's say, specification. That is why they usually ask those questions, or there are new questions that will be asked during your initial or your final interview. And some equipment to be used in work from home setup would be earphones and headsets. So especially if your job requires you to call certain applicants or customer or contact anyone, therefore you really need to have headset or earphones, microphones, or even web cameras if you want. Also, you should have a stable or strong internet connection because if you'll be working remotely, there are applications, tools that you need to use on your laptop to work, and productivity trackers that you need to open that requires internet connection. So if you don't have a stable internet connection, your productivity will be greatly affected. That is why I would like to emphasize that if you want to work from home or let's say do a hybrid setup, then you should secure a strong and stable internet connection. Now for workplace, it is really advisable that if you'll be in the hybrid setup and you're working from home, you should try to find a well-lit and quiet environment to work. Because if you'll be working in an environment full of, let's say, background noises, dogs are barking, there are noises of cars, it would really affect the efficiency of your work and will greatly affect your productivity negatively, especially if you're an introverted person who wants to work in a quiet place. Therefore, it is really advisable that if you want a hybrid setup or you want to work from home, then you should try to secure or find a well-lit and quiet environment. For work norm, when it comes to productivity, since the work arrangement is now different, then expect your company will measure your productivity in a different way. Before, let's say before pandemic, All you have to do, you just have to finish the task on site. But now is different. Your productivity can be recorded per hour. Like there's a tracker that will monitor you since you're being managed remotely. So your manager will monitor you by the use of their productivity tracker to see if you're accomplishing some tasks that is need to be accomplished for the day, or are you even working at all. So they can actually monitor you and know if you're working or not. So meetings, huddle, and announcement can now be done not just face to face, but even through virtual meetings. So for virtual meetings, you'll have to use applications such as Zoom, Microsoft Meetings, and Google Meet. So actually, this is using virtual meetings is the most efficient way to collaborate with your co-employees and as well as your manager or every worker in the company. So such as us in Inspiro, we have sites in Makati, Quezon City, Pasig. We have here in Visayas in Dumaguete and Iloilo. So for us to collaborate more efficiently, if we have issues that we need to attend to or we need to resolve, or if we have any initiatives that we want to raise to um, help our productivity, then all we have to do is just do virtual meetings. So you may not be required to do overtime more often during this new normal, but there will be certain instances that you need to render overtime if necessary. So depending on the decision of the company or your supervisor, your manager can either let you render, overtime on site or at home. And when it comes to training or seminars, during pandemic or even post-pandemic, a lot of trainings and seminars are conducted virtually. Therefore, make sure you have strong internet connection so that you won't miss a thing. That is why if you'll be in a hybrid or in a work at home setup, I would always try to emphasize that you should have a stable or strong internet connection. And for events, so as we progress after the great tragedy pandemic brought to us, these events like, let's say, company award recognition, Christmas party, or any holiday parties will be much more celebrated, not just virtually, but face to face as well. Because right now, we are not restricted to do gatherings anymore. Therefore, holiday parties or any events will be more enjoyable than doing it online. So you can actually visit our Facebook page, Inspiro Philippines. And if you want to walk in on site, we actually have sites in Makati, Quezon City, Pasig, Dumaguete City, and Iloilo. And also, if you're interested to apply, you can actually send your application or your resume to http// or www.jobs180.com/Inspiro opens. So, and those are the most common changes that you're about to see and experience in terms of work in this new normal that you should be aware of. And that's it for my discussion. I hope you learned something that would be beneficial for you in the future. And if you have any questions, you can ask me later on. So thank you so much.
Hi, sir. Good morning po.
Good morning.
Hi, sir. Good morning. So, for our students who would like to ask Sir Shammuel a question, makikita ko yan, guys. So, comment down below. So, kahit nasa Facebook or nasa YouTube pa kayo nanonood, mababasa namin yan. So, while waiting po for our students to post their questions, I have a question po, sir. Ayan.
Sige po.
So, sir, is it much easy and manageable to do hybrid setup or work from home? Personally, your personal ano po, is it easy po or manageable?
Actually, it's more easier and manageable because your time or let's say your work is much more flexible, especially if you're a person that is really adaptive. So usually you really want to let's say balance your work life and as well as your life at home. Therefore, with hybrid setup, you can actually try to be with your family while working, and as well as if you want to be with your colleagues, then you can actually go on site if you really wanted to, because you will be given like how many days for you to go on site. And if you want to collaborate with your, let's say, your colleagues, then you can actually just try scheduling your work on site in a specific day. And then if you want to, let's say, try to focus more on your job, and you think that you're actually more focused and you're somehow work efficiently if you're at home, because there are no a lot of distractions, then therefore you can actually just try scheduling it that one, because that is what I actually do. Because there are some times wherein you have to, yeah, collaborate with your let's say co-workers, because sometimes you somewhat get lonely at home and you wanted to talk to, or there are some issues that you need to attend to at on site, then therefore you can actually go on site. And if I really wanted to keep my focus without any distractions, I can actually just ask for our supervisors to do work at home, so that I can focus more on calling for applicants. Because as a sourcing team, we usually source applicants, and if there are no distractions, we can actually have initial interviews from one to another if there are no distractions. So for me, it's much more easier that our time is flexible if we have work at home and as well as work on site.
Thank you, sir. Same benefit po ba yung makukuha sa new normal, like work from home, hybrid setup, unlike yung sa 9 to 5 usual?
Yeah, it's actually the same. The thing there is the difference is the adjustment that you will be going into that. Because actually, if you'll be having a work from home, or let's say hybrid setup, or if you'll be working on site or working from home, I think all of our bosses, or let's say leaders, would really want those benefits to be still be there as we work on. Because as we all know, workers would really want to have this specific benefits. And based on my experience here, I can still have the specific benefits that was given to our work at home agents, or let's say from work outside agents. So the thing there is, there's no need to worry about benefits, because it will still be given to you, because it is your right, or it is somehow your need as well. So for your welfare or your well-being, and as we all know, our supervisors, leaders will really like for us to be in the most, like, let's say, in a healthy or safe situation. I mean, so usually they will still be giving you the same benefits.
Thank you, sir. Do you have tips po for the graduating students now that they are entering the new era of work?
Mhm. One thing that I can try giving, let's say, giving tips and advice, especially for those applicants, is all you have to do is, let's say, here in Jobs 180, you have to join in this kind of platform, so that you will be up to date on what is really, what are the current hirings, so that if in any case, if you think that you're qualified for the job, it would be easier for you. Because here in Jobs 180, as what was discussed earlier, all you have to do is send the link. But first, you have to properly try to, let's say, endorse yourself in a way through sending emails or your resume. So the resume link, I think that was what they call that. So the resume link. So yeah, you just have to need to join this kind of platforms. And also, if you want to apply to a certain company, you should always try to research about the company first. Because there are lots of, let's say, for example, the VMGO, or the vision, mission, and goals. They'll be looking into that, and so that they will see that you're really giving your effort to be part of the specific company. Therefore, that is a big green flag for us sourcing. So that is why, if you want to apply to a specific company, try to, let's say, inquire in, like, their workers, if what is expected if you'll be, let's say, if you want to apply to a specific company as well. So yes, join a lot of platforms such as this, and also try to research on the company that you really wanted to be part with, so that you have an edge when it comes to be employed in that specific company.
Thank you po, Sir Shammuel. I think we don't have any more questions. Thank you po, thank you for the great talk. Ayan, ang dami ko rin po natutunan.
Thank you so much. And
So you can visit their website and apply through jobs180.com/inspiro. Thank you for joining us today, Sir Shammuel, again. So we wish to have you po on our next set of webinars. Ayan. So, kamusta naman tayo dyan, yung mga nakaupo, nakaiga, kung ano man ginagawa nyo. Alam ko, ang dami-dami na nating learnings today, and we'll add one more. For our last speaker. She started her career as an ESL teacher last 2007. She was also a preschool teacher in Singapore for 7 years and earned her early childhood development diploma there. With her exemplary skills, Melissa joined the VXI family and started her journey as a BPO trainer last 2021. Please welcome Miss Maria Melissa Alegado, the talent acquisition trainer from VXI.
Good morning.
Good
Hello,
morning
Miss
po, Miss
Ma'am. Good
Mel.
morning. Okay, I'm just checking. I think we have actually, what is this? The topic is actually different from what was asked for me to prepare. Right? It's actually about mental health check, but apparently on my introduction, it's a different one. So I don't want to get them confused. But just to set their expectations, it's mental health check for this round. Okay? Yes. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Are you able to see me sharing the screen now? Let me
Yes
reshare
po.
that one more
Ay,
time. There. Okay. Is it working now?
yes.
It
Yes
is.
po, Miss
Okay.
Mel.
Right. So, good morning. It's been a while since I last had my speaking engagement here. I'm very happy that I'm back here today. VXI has always been part of Jobs 180 or 180. So I know we've had really light and interesting topics. So unfortunately, I'm saving the best for last. So mine is quite heavy and serious, but this is very essential. This is a very important topic because we see a lot of situation and cases now in which people are involved in. And one of those is our mental health, okay, our mental well-being. Now, before I start, let me just reiterate that the purpose of this discussion is to focus more on positivity, staying positive, and staying productive despite emotional challenges that we might be facing on a daily basis. So, let me just start and yes. First, let's define mental health. So, what is mental health? Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well being. Okay. This actually affects how we think, how we feel, and act as we cope with life. Mental health is also about determining how we handle stress. This is one of the biggest key asks here. How do we handle stress? How do we relate with others? And how do we make choices when it comes to our decisions? Now, what's in it for us? Why are we here? Why are we talking about this topic? So, we have our viewers or listeners today. I think we have 47 viewers on Facebook. Students or graduates or graduating students from SMCL or St. Michael's College of Laguna. Welcome to our activity today. So, why do we have this? Why are we even discussing this? What's in it for us? What's in it for you? Or what's in it for me, to be very specific? So, mental health is very important because if we have a balanced mental well being, we are able to cope with stresses of life, right? We know that stresses are everywhere. You guys must be facing a lot of homeworks right now, synchronous or asynchronous sessions. It's all but the same. We have homeworks, we have projects. So, this is one of the things that actually gives us stress. So, how do we cope with it, right? Number two, importance of mental health. is for us to be physically healthy. Of course, we want to be physically healthy, right? We want to always be alert. We always want to be up and we always want to be on the go. So if we are able to maintain, if we are able to balance our life, then we are sure that we are physically healthy. Okay, next one. It fosters good relationships. Of course, if our emotional well being is balanced, we are able to think properly, we are able to think right, it goes without saying that we are also able to promote good relationships among our classmates, among our teachers, among our friends. And this is very important, guys, because no man is an island. So we cannot exist just by being ourselves. We need to mingle, we need to share, we need to be around other people. So fostering good relationship is also very important. Next, if we have a very good mental, emotional, social well-being, if we have a very health and mental health, we are able to contribute to the community, right? Of course, we have a lot to share. Okay, we have a lot to give because we have enough for ourselves. Okay? Next one, we are able to work productively. As graduating students, as students right now, you're able to mix with your classmates, do your tasks, and not only do you do your tasks, you are very productive. So you're able to come up with positive results because that's our aim. We want to have productivity, we want to be positive and we can realize our full potential, right? What are our skills? What are the things that we can do? Now, in case there are things that we cannot do, how do we go about it? How do we develop it? How do we try to assert ourselves so that we are able to reach our full potentials? So I think that's a very important thing too, especially for us. We haven't yet started our lives as employees. We haven't graduated yet. Some of the students here in the class in the session room are about to finish college. So there's a lot of things that's awaiting. So we have to be ready for it. Okay. Now, what are the things that affect our mental health? Maybe we want to ask ourselves. Maybe when we watch, TikTok, that's very common nowadays. It's sad, that we see a lot of stories about young people committing suicide. They're not really able to handle it. They are the only ones that really know what's going on, but there are reasons why their mental health are affected. So it can be biological factor. So when you say biological factor, it can be from genes, it can be hereditary, meaning to say it's already there. So it's something that the family really needs to address, right? We want to normalize mental health problem nowadays. This isn't something that we have to keep discreet. This is not a classified information. So nowadays we can go to uh, those people who are very much knowledgeable about treating or finding solutions to mental health issues or mental health problems. So be be very honest, be very open about it. Do not delve away from it because this is something that experts can actually handle or find cure. Life experiences, depression, loneliness, anxiety, stress, these are the very common things now. Our life experiences could lead to mental health issues as well. So again, it's about how we handle things. It's about how we choose our battles. So again, the importance of having people around you, trusted people around you, is very imperative. So you have them, and you know that you can always rely on them, and you know that you can trust them with your sorrows, with whatever predicaments you are facing, and talk it out with them, share it with them. So life experience also can actually contribute to our mental health problems or solutions. Family history, right? So sometimes in the family there are medical disorders that we don't know about. You know, we tend to just dismiss that idea, or perhaps we have relatives actually who have mental problems or mental disorders. So it could also affect us, right? So it's something that should also be addressed. Lifestyle, right? So lifestyle is very common. Poor diet, they say. high in sugar, uh, processed food, saturated fats. These are the things, surprisingly, that could also affect our mental health issues or mental health challenges. So let's ensure that we always have healthy lifestyle. Anything too much is really not healthy. So everything should be taken in moderate amount, right? Especially our diet, of course. Now, what are the signs that we might just be facing mental health issues? Well, we have gathered these signs first from our research, so you have to also be very careful. Have you reached that extreme level? Because maybe it's not really that, but again, you have to listen to your body, you have to listen to your emotions, and really, if there is a need for an intervention, then go ahead, right? They say a change in one's sleeping or eating habits could be a sign of a mental health issue or mental health problem. Okay, so if it becomes really extreme and it becomes very habitual for you to not be able to sleep, I myself have sleeping problem as well, but it doesn't happen every day. So try to observe, right? Maybe you're just overthinking, right? In this day and age, we always use the word overthinking. We don't have that expression before, right? So try to listen to your body as well if it's starting to become extraordinary, right? Withdrawing from the people and activities one used to enjoy, right? So one day you just started, um, distancing yourself from your classmates. Okay? One day you just started withdrawing yourself from your old friends, from the very same circle that you used to have. Okay, so try to reflect, try to think about it, what could be wrong. Maybe it's also good if you are able to share it with someone, maybe someone you can truly, truly trust, someone you can fully trust, so that at least they can share with you their opinion, right? Or maybe a member in the family. Your parents are the ones that are the best people to really listen to your problems. If not your parents, it may be a best friend. Or maybe you have a trusted professor, a trusted instructor from your school. It's also good that you get to, share with them how you feel. Next one, having low or no energy. Right? Sometimes it could be that we're just really, beat, exhausted from too much studying. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of projects. So again, listen to your body. What are the things that's causing me to have low or no energy at all? Right? Because if there's anyone, it's you. You're the only one that's in the best position to actually tell yourself, okay, something might be wrong, something must not be right. So try to evaluate that. Feeling numb or like nothing matters. You don't care about the surroundings anymore. You don't care about the people around you. You've turned nonchalant. You are indifferent. You have no emotions for anything. You used to love your pets, but you just woke up one day and you don't care about your cute dog or your cute cat, or you used to have your best friend with you and you suddenly just, clam up. You don't want to talk anymore. So, what are the factors that could be affecting you? You have to self reflect first and think, is there anything that's bothering me? Is there anything that's causing me to feel this way? And again, let me just always say, it's essential, it's important that you have one or two trusted people. So at least you're able to release whatever emotions you have there. Okay, those pent up emotions that we have. Next one, having unexplained aches and pains. Okay. This is quite broad when you talk about pain. I mean, us, because we go to work, so these things happen every day. All right. Back aches, headaches, all the aches, pains as well. So, again, if it's something extraordinary, if you think it's something that needs intervention, you're the only one that knows best. So do not ignore it. If it's becoming really too much for you to bear, do not ignore it. Do something about it. Feeling helpless and hopeless. Okay, this is really something about our emotions. This is quite alarming, as you know. So Again, if you happen to feel this way, you should know what to do. Do not keep it inside you. Do not try to resolve your problems by yourself. Again, no man is an island. It's essential that you have some backup. You have friends with you, you have your classmates with. Smoking, drinking, or using drugs more than usual. Of course, students here, I hope no one's smoking, or well, if you do, I hope it's not to that extreme level. If you're drinking, I hope it's an occasional drinking only. Or drugs is really non-negotiable. So anything that is too much might just be a sign of something different. So again, try to observe, okay? Try to evaluate yourselves. Feeling unusually confused, forgetful, angry, upset, worried, or scared. Obviously, these are all negative emotions that really needs, attention, full attention. So I hope we don't feel this way as well. But if we do, then again, we know what to do. Having severe mood swings that cause problems in relationships. Like I said before, you start to distance yourself from your family, you just want to be alone, you just want to lock yourself up in the room, you don't want to talk, you don't want to share anything anymore. It's not the usual you. So what could be wrong? Something might just be wrong. Okay? So again, we have to take note of this. And having thoughts and memories that one can't get out of head. So if there's something that you keep thinking about and it's just there inside your head, they're like demons inside your head, they're voices inside your head, then you should know that you're not okay. Right? So because you're not okay, you have to face this issue bravely. And you need to be even tougher because you know that this has got a lot to do about or with your mental stress or mental health. Hearing voices or believing things that aren't true, you start to hallucinate. Yes, that's what too much drinking and unfortunately drugs can do to mankind. These are vices that won't really help us. Some people think if we drink, we tend to forget our sorrows. Then remember, when you wake up next day, it's still there. Okay, so the only way for us to do it is to face our problems. So when you start to hear voices inside your head, can you imagine that? Something isn't really right. And unable to perform daily tasks. So for employees, when you start to quiet quit, you do not perform at work anymore or at school, you quiet quit, meaning to say you stop doing your homework, you do not participate in class activities anymore, then perhaps something isn't right. So go ahead and check. Okay? Now, everything, all these that we have discussed, all boil down to one thing. Okay? What is the most essential, what's the most important thing that we have to look after? Okay, we call that self-care, right? Self-care means taking care of ourselves first before we take care of others. Okay, it means taking the time to do the things that would help us live well, improve not only our physical health but also our mental health. So, what are the things that could help us become productive? What are the things that would help us become positive in dealing with life? First off, regular exercise. Um, I don't want you to misunderstand this and think that, okay, the speaker said regular exercise. So that means I need to go to the gym to be physically fit. Not necessarily. Walking is an exercise, right? When you wake up in the morning, if you think the road is safe outside, if it isn't too sunny outside, if the weather is just nice, go ahead and have a 30-minute walk. That's very helpful, not only to regulate your body, but also your mind. Second, eat healthy food and stay hydrated. Nowadays, fast foods, they're all over the place. Grab is there. It's very easy to avail of these food that aren't really that healthy. So it's okay maybe once in a while. Always remember, nothing beats eating healthy food, right? So it not only nourishes our body, it also nourishes our brains. Third one, make sleep a priority. I know this is Easier said than done. I'm guilty of this. I don't really sleep very early, but we need to make time to make it a priority because they say when we're able to sleep well, then we are also able to perform our tasks very well. Fourth one, try a relaxing activity, right? Read books. They say that's the best hobby, reading books. It nourishes your brain, it nourishes your mind, it relaxes your spirit. So anything that's relaxing for you. But if you think that strenuous activities are much better because you want to sweat it out, you just want to, make it an exercise for you, something that's really physical, then go ahead. Whatever rocks your boat. Okay? Set goals and priorities. Know the important things versus the least important things. So at school, for example, in doing your homework, right? What do you think is the most important? What are your weaknesses? Is mathematics a difficult subject for you? Are you facing challenges there? Give more time. Make it your goal, make it your priority. Okay, is English a simpler subject for you? Okay, then maybe it can just be your second or your third priority. So prioritize the important things first. Practice gratitude. So gratitude is being grateful, being thankful for everything that we have. Um, they say when someone is facing sorrows or problems, we cannot really tell the person, yours is simpler, mine is more difficult. Because we cope, we handle our problems, our stress differently. Despite all those things, always remember to be thankful, right? Whatever religions we have, right? Whether we believe in prayers or we don't, we still need to be thankful because not everyone is, given opportunities that we have. So each of us have our own, blessings. We have good things happening. We have not so good things happening. But nonetheless, we should be thankful for it. Some of the challenges in life will only make us stronger individuals. Okay? And focus on positivity. Again, this is another thing that's easier said than done. But no matter what happens, stay positive. Okay? Always think on the brighter side of life. For you, because you are graduating students, maybe you are so overwhelmed, you're so engrossed thinking about what to do next after graduation. Take it slow, take it light. Um, Remember to do the things that you are most passionate about. It's very important that you are happy with what you're doing, and doing it will even make you more proud, right? Because if you're being forced to do things that do not make you happy, then there's really no way for you to become positive. So do the things that will make you happy. Be very productive. Be a very kind person to everyone, and share positivity. Good vibes, right? That's what they say. Stay connected. Choose your friends very wisely. Not all friends are friends, right? So sometimes smaller circle is even much better because then you don't have to mix around with a lot. So choose your friends wisely. Make sure that your interests are of the same kind. Um, Not all friends are, of course, we are not perfect. So make sure that you only learn good things from them, and in return, you want to share with them the good things coming from you. Okay. Now, given all these signs that we have discussed previously, when do we seek help? Okay. When do we feel that something's not right, and what do we do about it? Right. So when we are facing all these sleeping difficulty, change in appetite, struggling to get out of bed in the morning because of mood, difficulty focusing or concentrating, loss of interest in things you usually do, or inability to perform your daily functions and responsibilities, it's a sign, okay, that you need to do something about it. Because remember, health is wealth. And when we talk about health, we don't just talk about physical health. More importantly is our mental health. Okay? And with that, let me close my speech by sharing with you our food for thought on a Thursday morning. Always remember, students, that our mental health is a priority, something that we cannot take for granted. Our inner peace is essential, and our self care is necessary because You cannot share what you do not have. So it's important that you have it first. When your cup is half empty, when it's half empty, how do you suppose you can share it with others, right? That's not even enough for you. So make sure that the glass is always full, then you have something to share with others. Okay? And speaking of which, a bit of a digression. We just want to say that again, I'm from DXI, and our opening it's ongoing. Every day is what is this? Is a job opening for everyone. So walk-in applicants are welcome. I'm flashing it on the screen right now. We have sites or recruitment offices in Makati, Panorama, QC, Bridgetown, and MOA. So I think SMCL graduates or those who are about to graduate can choose from these sites. And of course, we have our site here in Davao as well. So I'm currently in Davao. Okay, so that ends my talk today. Thank you so much, Miss Nam.
Hi po! Kamusta po, Miss Mel? Kamusta naman po kayo for today?
Yes, okay naman. Siyempre masaya magkasama tayo today. At saka yung mga students natin.
Ayan. So, for our students, please don't hesitate to ask questions. Lalo, mental health issues are,
Correct.
alam ko marami kayong mga questions for that kind of topic. So, okay. Before po, like, while we are waiting po for our students, I have some questions. We know
Sure,
that
basta wag
some
ka
of
ha.
us, ayan, Miss Mel, I know po na some of us are suffering from too much stress these days. Ako, ikaw, and some of our
Yes.
colleagues. So, any advices or tips po that you would recommend for managing the stress while
I think,
while
mhm.
working? Ayan.
Yes, I think that question was part of my discussion earlier. No? So there are a lot of ways to help us lessen the burden, right? Or these challenges or these stress that we have. But pinaka-importante that we have someone to share our sentiments with, our struggles with. Importante yon kasi napakahirap pag mag-isa ka lang. Right? And our tendency kasi, kaya minsan, nawawala tayo sa wisyo kasi we think that we can handle everything. So it's important to have your peers with you, select your friends, make meaningful activities for yourself. Minsan, we are too attached with our phones, we're too attached with social media. Nakakalimutan na natin yung ating social life. So spend time with your family, right? If you're a very prayerful person, then go to church, right? Attend classes, attend services. Sometimes it also helps. And
Thank
stay
you po.
positive. Yes.
Yes. How do you stay in line, like focus with your work, pero you don't feel or you really don't want to do anything, like you just wanna lay down, just you don't want to do anything. How do you stay in line? Lalo, it's a necessary to do work.
Mm.
It's ayan.
We all feel that way, Miss Nam, right? There are days even when we wake up at the wrong side of the bed and we don't feel like going to work. Now, our students here, I'm sure nararamdaman nila every day of their lives. Yan yung ang daming homework, ang daming tasks, ayaw pumasok, ang daming rason, masakit yung tiyan, masakit yung ulo. But the day has to go on, you see. So think of the good things in school. Think of something nice to do. Pareho lang din naman yan sa atin when we go to work, right? We have colleagues, we have friends at the workplace. You guys have friends in school, so you get to meet them, you get to, share with them your life stories. You have to stay focused. First, why am I doing this? Think why you even started. Right? Bakit ba tayo nag-aaral to finish school, to help our family, to enjoy life? Right? So, it's very important that active yung life natin when it comes to dealing with positive things only. And when you hear negative things, kagaya niyan sa social media, for example, sa TikTok ngayon, ang daming negative reviews dyan. So stay away from those things kasi mas nakakadagdag sila sa mental stress. Hindi siya nakakatulong actually. I personally experienced that. So, yun. I hope that helps, Miss Nell.
Yes po. For my last one, it's not a question, but can you give some advices for the students, graduating students, and still anxious to face a new chapter in their lives?
Yun, students from St. Michael's College of Laguna, graduating students. Ano ba yung pwede kong advice? I'm sure yung mga advice na binibigay natin are cliche. They hear it every day. It's just that they hear it from different people. Ang palagi lang natin iisipin, imagine how our family, imagine how our guardians, imagine how our parents, our brothers or sisters support us to reach this far. So it's not that we do not want to disappoint them, but we do not want to disappoint ourselves as well. So remember to keep your focus. Walang madali sa buhay, kailangan paghirapan lahat. So you need to work your ass out for you to be able to achieve your dreams. And we do not stop there, right? We need to keep on aiming for more. We need to reach for higher. We need to soar higher. Okay? Kasi it's not only for our family, it's for ourselves. We want to prove something to ourselves first, then we can prove ourselves to others. Right? And importante, you are happy with what you do. Kasi sometimes it's not just money. Happy ka muna. Tapos secondary na si money. Parang hypocritical, no? Pero totoo yun. Kasi minsan, kahit ang dami-dami mong pera, pag hindi ka naman masaya, you don't really get to appreciate it. So first, it's important that you are happy with what you do.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
so
Thank
much for your
you.
good advice and tips for our students here. Thank you so much, Miss Mel, for joining
Thanks,
us
Miss
today.
Ram. Thank you, SMCL students.
You can visit their website and apply through jobs180.com/VXI. We wish to have you again, Miss Mel, on our next set of webinars. So to our audience, thank you for staying and I hope you learn and enjoy the session. If may tanong pa po kayo, you may send us a message at our Facebook page www.jobs180 and you can also check our Instagram account, TikTok, YouTube at Jobs180. To officially close our program, let's watch the closing remarks of Ms. Julieta L. Quintao, the Senior Guidance Counselor for the closing remarks.
SMCL's Management Committee and Council of Heads, to the organizers and management of Jobs 180, our guest speakers, our college students, good morning. We are thankful for our guest speakers for sharing their expertise on today's webinar. This day was made important because of the important people headed by Mr. Kim Chua and Ms. Nam who made this event possible, especially the Jobs 180. More so, this is extra important since this event provided our students from the School of Education and Arts and Sciences, School of Business Management and Information Technology, and the School of Nursing with pertinent information that addresses the results of their needs assessment survey. Just today, we have been navigated to another learning session with very good speakers who shared important details on job application, leadership and innovation in the future, on how to navigate your way to a better career, the new era of work in adapting to the new environment, and mental health checks on how to stay positive. It is assumed that you paid attention and jot down notes on concepts or items you would be needing for you in the near future. When you plunge into the real world of work and life, we hope that this will serve its purpose by providing you with a slice of confidence that you need in order to surpass the initial stage of your career. Do not stop with what you have gotten from here, but to continue to equip yourself with necessary skills, knowledge, and values that you need. I hope that you continue improving yourself and apply wisely what was shared with you by our speakers today. Again, good morning, thank you, and God bless everyone.
There you have it, guys. We are done with the talk. We successfully tackled all the topics assigned for today's session. Also, do not forget to evaluate this event. The link is flashed on your screen and is also available at the comment section. This will also serve as your attendance for today. We would like to thank each one of you guys for staying all throughout the event, and we hope that this webinar helps you be prepared in the world of work. We would also like to thank St. Michael's College of Laguna for collaborating with Jobs 180. Please watch out for the next set of webinars we are going to host for. Please check our Facebook page for the topics that will be discussed, and you're welcome to join in on those sessions too. The program has finally concluded. This is your host, Nam Maranan, and we will see you again soon. Ad Astra Abdisask.
Intelligence is the foundation of any good business. But if every good business has it, how do you stand out? Intuition. When enabled by technology, intuition stops feeling like a hunch and starts looking like confidence. The confidence you get when you work with Cognizant, where we engineer every aspect of your business, technology, processes, and experiences to anticipate expectations and act instantly. This is intuition, and we can engineer it.
In this constantly changing world where businesses move at a rapid pace, Innodata solves the toughest challenges in any industry through human expertise and the power of technology. We are a community that thrives on a culture of collaboration, ideation, and innovation. And we want you to be part of our family. Your journey towards a meaningful and thriving career begins with us. Be part of the Inno community. We are Innodata.
They come from all over. The cures and the tools, the medicines and the machines. Perfected, collected, and sent with all speed to the caretakers and the cared for. Spanning miles, delivering hope. This is their flight, and we are their wings. They give of themselves, their minds, their hearts, their hands, their time and talent. Armed with experience, humble with strength, dressing wounds and changing sheets and calming nerves and keeping watch. These are the angels, and we are their wings. They trade in tomorrows. Their gift is more time. They sacrifice years in exchange for more days. Trade long nights of study for split-second grace. They bind and stitch and push and discover, leading the way out of pain. These are the pilots, and we are their wings. They engineer miracles, amplify care, manage the treatments and maintain supply. They stave off the outbreak with counsel and cure, bridge gaps between hospital, home, and health. This is their promise, and we are its wings. They trust in the system, the breakthroughs, the work. They put their heart and faith in our hands. All in the quest for better care, all in the hope for health. That is their prayer, and we are its wings.
I felt that my work before didn't give me the continuous learning and career growth I was looking for. Hi, I'm Isa. I am the Clinical Training and Quality Lead for Care Innovation Operations. I am also a nurse by profession, licensed in the state of New York.
Hi, I'm Rostro. I was a Philippine registered nurse when I joined Accenture. I signed up for the USRN Build program where I was able to get my US nursing license. I now handle a group of USRNs for a US health insurance client.
Hi, I'm Rosh. I'm a service delivery lead in health and a global process owner for provider operations, leading a team across Manila, Ilocos, and Shonai.
I felt that my work before didn't give me the continuous learning and career growth I was looking for. So, I joined Accenture as a US registered nurse. Now, I am a clinical training and quality manager. As a nurse, we review patients' medical records to make sure that services are medically necessary.
Our team caters to North America's leading healthcare payers, providers like doctors and nurses, and non-traditional health organizations. We help our clients meet the essential expectations that every person has of the healthcare system: access, experience, and outcomes. We have a strong learning and development capability for our talents. The opportunity to learn and develop new skills is not limited to your specific function or role.
I've learned different skills in leadership, business acumen, technology like robotic process automations, and artificial intelligence, which gave me the advantage in managing the various clinical teams for delivery and quality.
The USRN Build program is an Accenture initiative wherein the company provides opportunities for Philippine registered nurses to become US registered nurses. Accenture shoulders all of the expenses starting from the review center, processing of all of your documents on your behalf, and all the way down to taking the USRN licensure exam. All you have to do is just focus on the review and pass the test.
As a first-time mom of a 1-year-old boy, Accenture gave me the opportunity to work with flexibility, which allows me to spend more time with my son, while at the same time feel more connected with my team all over the world.
Future Ready is being able to get ahead of the curve. For the last 17 years, I have seen the healthcare industry continue to evolve and adapt to change. The pandemic has accelerated the shift to digital, opening the untapped potential in deploying AI and robotic process automation, all with a goal to be future ready. With Accenture as their partner, our insights and value-driven culture will help our clients deliver their promise of care to their customers.